So this is the 2004 AP Calculus AB FRQ question 6. So the question is saying, consider the differential equation dy over dx equals x squared times y minus 1. And question part A is asking, on the axis provided, sketch a slope field for the given differential equation at the 12 points indicated. When solving for a slope field, we have to look back at the given equation, and we have to plug in all the x and y coordinates into the equation. So for this slope field, we have 12 points. So we have negative 1, 0, negative 1, 1, negative 1, 2, negative 1, 3. And we have 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, and 0, 3. And we have 1, 0, 1, 1. And we have to plug this into this equation. So first we're going to go with negative 1, 0. So x is negative 1, so negative 1 squared times 0 minus 1. Negative 1 squared is 1, and 1 minus 0 is negative 1, which is going to be negative 1. So it's a negative number, so it's going to be, the slant is going to be towards the left, facing toward the left. Going for the next one, it's going to be negative 1 squared, which is 1 times 1 minus 1 is 0, which is going to equal 0. Since it's 0, it's always going to be a flat line. So the next one is negative 1 squared is 1, and then 2 minus 1 is just 1, equals 1, positive. So it's going to be sliding towards the right. The last one is going to be negative 1 squared, which is the 1, and 3 minus 1 is 2, which is going to be 2, positive, sliding towards the right. Let's go on to the next step. So it's going to be 0. So 0 squared is 0, and 0 minus 1 is negative 1, but 0 times negative 1 is 0. So when it's a 0, it's just going to be a flat line. And for this set, since all the x's are 0, the answer is always going to come out to 0. So for this, it's all going to be just flat lines. So going on to the next set, it's going to be 1. So 1 squared is 1 times 0 minus 1, which is negative 1, which is going to equal negative 1, which is going to be negative, so it's slanted towards the left. Next one is 1 and 1. So 1 squared is 1, 1 minus 1 is 0, which is going to be 0. Next one is 1 squared is 1 times 2 minus 1 is 1, it equals 1, positive. And the last one is 1 times 1 squared is 1 times 3 minus 1 is 2, which is going to be 2, positive. Okay, so now for part B, it's asking, find the volume of the solid generated when R is revolved around the horizontal line y equals 3. So let's just sketch the graph again. And so for here, it's asking that it's revolved around the horizontal line of y equals 3. So let's just say 1, 2, this is 3. And that's the thing of 3. Okay, now to find the volume, we have to set the equation to pi with the integral of 1 to 10. And doing this, so we have to find the big R squared minus little r. So big radius squared minus little radius squared. So finding R, we need to look at what it is. So R is going to be top minus bottom. And doing so, we could use this whole thing. So the top is going to be the line, which is going to be 3. Bottom is going to be 0. So R equals 3. And then when looking for little r, it's going to be this right here, which is going to be the top versus bottom. So the top is 3, and the bottom is going to be this curve here, which is just the equation of square root x minus 1. And so now that we know our big R and little r, we're going to plug it back into the volume equation, which is going to be V equals pi times the integral of 1 to 10, and so since big R is 3 squared minus little r, which is 3 minus square root x minus 1 squared dx. And when you plug this into the calculator, you'll get a value of 212.058 units cubed.